family, Trojan gang. Fight on forever is in the building. And today we finna talk about Bear Alexander getting poked by LSU. They didn't poke the Bear. We finna talk about Zachariah Branch and the Branch Bros, period. And we finna talk about the USC captains. And I seen something very interesting about the USC captains, right? But let me start off with them poking the Bear, right? They didn't poke the Bear, right? I like how our players is in tune and looking for bulletin board material. And Bear then found something to get himself pumped up. Left tackle Will Campbell has something to say. Let's check out what Will Campbell had to say. Then we're going to be right back. So check it out.
We know what we're there for. We're not there to go to Caesar's Palace. We're there to go get in a fist fight, and everybody in this building knows it, and that's just what it is. We know what we're there for. We're not there to go to Caesar's Palace. We're there to go get in a fist fight, and everybody in this building knows it, and that's just what it is.
So y'all heard what the man said. He ready for a fist fight. He say he ready for a fist fight. You hear me? And Bear Alexander took note to that. He made that bulletin board material. And I hope all our D linemen is thinking the same way. I hope all our players is thinking the same way and looking for something to get motivated, extra motivated. That let me know they out there like sharks. They ready to chomp. They ready to show they new toy. They ready to show this new defense and how they coming. They anxious to see how they coming, and they taking notes and they taking receipts just like us, because we Trojan family. We on one accord, and we hearing all these trash talking. We hear the world against us. We hear them saying we too soft and we can't do the damn thing right. And the anchor of that defense is taking notes and leading by example. You see the emojis. You see the ninjas emojis, right? Ready for combat. You see them devil faces, right? Showing the mood, showing the mental process. They finna be demons out there. Bear Alexander, they didn't poke the Bear. He ready to be a demon. They feeling some type of way at USC. They just like us. If we feel some type of way of everything we hearing, what y'all think the players feel? They taking it personal because they the ones that's wearing the jersey. We feel like they talking about us as USC fans, but they really talking about the players, and they really paying attention to that. And Bear Alexander and them is rest to go. Let's go. They about to turn it up. And it starts in them trenches, so we need the trenches to have this type of attitude, right? Because it's going to lead off on other teams. So Will Campbell, right, Mr. NFL prospect, we going to see about it. Bear and them going to have something to say. You hear me? More news, right? We going to get into. We going to get into the USC captain situation. The captain situation is kind of unique this year. And to me, it is show how deep we is with qualified captain type material on that defense, on this team. I feel like we filled with them, you hear me? But for the captains for week 1, we got Jonah Mahan, we got Miller Moss, we got Akili Arnold, we got Eastern Mascarenas Arnold, right? We got Kyron Rare Hudson. And that's just for week 1, right? That's just for week 1. Right? Captain status will be earned week to week. No permanent captains. And that just let me know that everybody better stay on their game. That let me know it's competition. And that let me know there's other captains that's captain material. That's the first thing that let me know that other captains are captain material. So we got to rotate it. We had more than 5 captains. Some teams, it's hard to find 5 type captains. I think on this team, we might run 10 deep with who could be captains. I know Kamari Ramsey had that captain material ride. I know Jacoby Lane got that captain material. How he talks so much and how hyped he be, how he come to practice screaming and working hard. I know he captain material. I know Eric Gentry captain material, the heart he played with and how the coaches love him. I know he captain material as well. And I know other players is on the defense like, hold on, y'all made Akili Arnold captain. Oh, I got that type of quality too. The Greedy Vances of the world, the Jacoby Covingtons and the Carlos Nicholsons and the wide receiver unit. They probably pumped up. Zachariah probably feel like he could be a captain and one of the captains as well. Deuce Robert, you know what I'm saying? right? We deep with captain level type players. That's why y'all seeing something unprecedented that week to week captains, because we gonna have to reward everybody that has that captain level of talent. You hear me? We gotta reward it. We gotta do it. Right? So this makes me excited that we rotating week to week. That is showing me the leaders we got on this team. You hear me? Next thing I want to talk about, this is what USC could do for you, recruits. This is what USC could do for you, right? Zion Branch barely didn't touch the field. Zachariah have, but Zion ain't barely touched the field. And guess what? Him and his brother, the Branch Bros, both got Jordan NIL deals. You hear me? Both of them got Jordan NIL deals, right? So this is what coming to USC could do for a young man. You hear me? This is what it could do for a young man, right? You ain't got to go to Oregon to get something fat, nice in the NIL world, right? You ain't got to do that. You could come on right to SC. See, people be so in love with the short money when they really should be in love with that long money. Now, all these kids got to do is keep performing on the field. Zion get healthy, and they going to carry this NIL deal all the way into the NFL. They could be Jordan endorsees for the rest of their life. And Jordan, it wouldn't be no Nike without Jordan. You hear me? So shout out to USC and the Branch Bros being the first. I forgot to mention, they the first NIL football players that got a deal from Jordan. They the first one. This is history. This is history. The Branch Bros just made history. And it probably would be impossible to make that history not being at USC. Being at USC played a major factor in them kids being the first Jordan NIL brand. They know how electric Zachariah Branch is, how he unstoppable on the game. They know people gonna grow up idolizing Zachariah Branch. They know he's the type of kid that attract a lot of fans from his explosive play, and his brother gonna do the same when he get on field with them hammering hits he be laying down. One of the most physical safety at practice, he been laying wood where it's good. You hear me? Zach Branch, Zion Branch, Branch Bros, first ever college football players to get a Jordan deal. You hear me? And that's big, right? Another thing I want to touch on, right? Akili Arnold. Your boy Akili Arnold, right? This is an interesting stat. Over the past 3 seasons, Akili Arnold has only allowed 1 touchdown over the past 3 seasons. That speaks volumes to his talent. That speaks volumes to his IQ, right? That ain't even nothing physical. That's being in the right place at the right time all the time and playing in a similar system as Deanton Lynn with Jonathan Smith, right? And shout out Jonathan Smith. That shows he's a great defensive coach as well, to have a player to do this. And that shows this kid is a great talent, and he already was coached up. So Deanton Lynn and them, they just putting icing on this kid cake. He gonna be where he need to be at all times. And he ain't making no mental mistakes. He balling out there. And a lot of balling the safety dude going unnoticed. But this stat can't be denied. 3 seasons, only 1 touchdown. Most safeties give up 2 or 3 a year every year. 1 TD over 3 seasons, that's savage. That's savage, bro. That's just savage, right? Straight up is one of the best coverage safeties in the game, right? That's what Dalton Wasserman on USC safety, right? Akili Arnold, one of the best coverage safeties in the game, right? So I see why he captained the first week. You hear me? Another thing I want to talk to y'all about, which is the most exciting thing, right? Shotgun Spradlin was talking to Lincoln Riley. They were chopping it up, getting it in. You hear me? Doing what it do. He said USC head coach Lincoln Riley said the position group he's excited to see on the field Sunday is the defensive line. Said if any of the changes that have happened this offseason, that position room has been the most extreme. You hear me? And that's what we needed to be the most extreme, that defensive line. And since he excited about it, that let me know Bear Alexander looking the part, being more consistent. He finna see about it. Gavin Meyer exceeding expectations. That's another kid that he gonna see a captain this year too. Watch, because they telling all the other players that they should approach the game like Gavin Meyer. That's what the defensive coaches are saying to the defensive player, that they should approach the game like Gavin Meyer. So that let me know he gonna get a captain. That's who get awarded captain, dudes who play the game and prepare the right day, prepare the right way, right? So that let me know Bear, Gavin, Ant Luke, Jamil Muhammad, Kobe Pepe. That let me know they looking apart. That let me know they looking good and miles better than last year. And of course, they gonna already this concept and scheme wise gonna look better. Alex Grinch had us. We couldn't even line up right. We would line up in positions that would give the running back a hole for 20 yards just on how we lined up. Right? So just on the fact that we gonna line up right is gonna make our defense better. And then these players have improved. Let's go. Let's expect to see a night and day defensive line, right? Expect to see what y'all seen from Romello Height. When you all looked at Romello Height in our Florida State game against Georgia Tech and was like, who was that? Man, he's a baller, right? That's what we gonna be saying about all 11 of our guys, especially the guys that was there last year and that looked that good. Watch Mason Cobb look better. Watch Anthony Luke look better. Watch Jamil Muhammad look better. Watch this defense as a whole look better and get unleashed. Boy, y'all finna find out, right? The last thing I want to get at is these Oklahoma Sooners, right? And I don't really care about Oklahoma. This is more about USC, though, and what I seen in the comments. Oklahoma running back coach DeMarco Murray, who beat his out for Taylor Tatum, right? And then Oklahoma beat us out for Trace Ford a couple years ago on the defensive line. Is this why? Right? They be cheating, right? Oklahoma running back coach DeMarco Murray was suspended only one game for impermissibly contacting 17 prospects over 16 months per the NCAA. Now, I heard it was something like 75 calls. So he was breaking the rules. He didn't give a damn, right? He didn't give a damn. And that's cool. I mean, I ain't mad at him, right? I read the comment section though, and it's all just, oh, the NCAA still got rules, right? Or it's, oh, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. But if this was USC, right? People will be calling for the death penalty, and they might get it, right? They'll be like, oh, if this was Lincoln Riley, oh, he made 75 calls over 17 prospects. That's lack of institutional control. We about to hit y'all. Y'all finna have sanctions like a mug. We finna reduce scholarships, bowl ban, playoff ban, all that. On this little charge, what he getting right here, right? One game. If USC does this, the NCAA will try to hammer us, right? We all know what happened with the Reggie Bush situation. We got hammered because we didn't know Reggie Bush's daddy was getting money from an NFL agent. And they said, well, USC, y'all should have known. Lack of institutional control. Well, Brent Venables need to be suspended. They need to lose some scholarships because Brent Venables, guess what? He should have known that DeMarco Murray made 75 illegal calls. Not one, not two, not three, not four, not five, 75. Right? And they'll get crushed. But since it ain't USC, one game. And it just pissed me off how the NCAA treat other schools and then how fans look at it too. I mean, across the world, I'm going through the comments, these comments across the world. Nobody ain't saying nothing bad about OU. They like, hey, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. Let USC cheat. Oh, we cheaters. We don't deserve nothing. Take all away our Heismans and vacate all our wins. Suck. I can't even say it on YouTube, right? But that's why it's USC against the world. That's why it's really us against everybody. Hey, USC fans, we really the villains of college football. We like Duke in basketball. We like the Cowboys in football. Like we really the villains. Like it's unanimous. It's not close. The hate that other teams receive is from their rivals. The hate that Oklahoma gets from Texas and vice versa. The hate that Michigan get is Ohio State. The Michigan cheating scandal, everybody that's talking mess about that is 95% Ohio State fans, right? So all the hate the other schools get is from their rivals. USC unanimously get hate from everybody. Ask OU fans who they hate the most. It'd probably be Texas, and it'd be USC. Ask them SEC schools, it probably be their rivals than USC. Even Josh Pate, he let it out the bag a year ago. He let it out the bag. He said they was raised down south that hate USC. That's how they was raised. Right? So we the hated, we the villain. But guess what? That's the best place to be. Because when we win, we could throw it in the whole world face. We make the whole world mad. We just don't want to just make UCLA mad or the Big Ten mad. We want to make the whole world mad that we won. Because what's fun in winning if everybody wants you to win? Now you only could just let people down. It's way more funner being a villain. That's why I always been a Trojan fan, because we always been a villain. And I like to ride with the villain, because ain't nothing better than being a villain and winning. So until then, it's your boy Carter Sports. It's Trojan City. It's SC. So let's go.